What are you cooking today?
Just a bit of beef. Just a bit of beef, Joe.
That's a good piece of beef.
It's a beautiful piece of beef. This is a rump. This is what we call the heart of rump. You can buy it in the supermarkets like this now. Things are so much more expensive now than they ever have been, but buying it like this saves you money. I love rump, but it's got a bad rep as being tough, maybe chewy. But for me, as a primal cut, it's great flavour. But there is a piece of sinew that runs all the way down here, okay, which is inedible. So often what happens when it's prepped or butchered is people will just take the steaks now like this, okay?
So
straight across.
You get that sinew right through the whole thing.
You get that inedible sinew, and it's horrible. You want to separate the two muscles. The smaller muscle here on my right-hand side is the best part of the heart of rump. It's the most soft, the most tender. It's incredible. In Argentina, it's known as the lomito, the fillet of the rump. That is the cut the chefs and the butchers eat. It's one of those hidden treasures. So you basically separate that. That's the fillet.
Okay.
And then this is the inedible sinew I was talking about. This is beautiful as well. This is still really good. And once you remove this sinew, the rest of this rump is absolutely banging. Don't get obsessed with all these little pieces you can see here. Good fat, melt and render, produces flavour. Bad fat, we remove. So, to cut steaks now, very simply, 1, 2, and then this one, a nice little trick. So you can do what I call a butterfly steak. Just open it up like that. So it's still quite thick and will cook really well, ideally medium and above. What I love about this beef in particular, the name Omugi comes from barley. So Omugi means barley in Japanese. And this is the secret ingredient of this cattle, of this beef, is it's fed barley. So it gives it a really unique flavour when you eat it.
Beautiful.
So what I'm gonna do now is cover this steak in miso, and I'm gonna pan cook it, okay?
Gorgeous.
You're gonna dice up really nice, small, fine dice of shallot for me.
Sure.
Same with the garlic for our sauce in a bit, because I'm gonna make a pan whiskey sauce once I finish cooking my steak.
Miso is one of my favourite ingredients.
I love it.
Oh, I think it's so beautiful. Do you know, I once went on a little recce tour to Japan, and I met a chef whose speciality was making different misos. And honestly, he had about 12 different misos, fermented in different ways. Oh, it was amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's the dream.
Such a skill.
I love spending time in Japan and learning, like, 'cause it's an ancient art, do you know what I mean? It really is. The way they ferment food is, for me, ahead and above the rest of the world. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of oil in my pan. Not too high a heat, fairly low heat. I'll say medium to low. And then you wanna be generous when you add your salt. Don't be afraid of over-seasoning it. A lot of people don't add enough salt to beef. We're gonna finish chopping the shallots, the garlic. I'm gonna cook up these steaks, put them to rest, and then I'm gonna come back to the sauce.
Just can't resist using some butter, you chefs.
Beautiful colour that's taken on. You've got the gorgeous caramelization of the miso on top there. I've got one more step to this beef before we take it out. Some spices, yeah. Can you just mix those all together for me?
Yeah, tell me what you've got.
Smoked paprika, cumin, coriander, black pepper, gorgeous spices. And that's just gonna add another level of flavour to this. Traditionally, I would usually like roll it in the miso after I put the miso on the beef and like smoke it. But in the pan, the spices were burned before the steak was cooked. So I'm just gonna literally put it on now, and now we're gonna cook that just by basting it. And then we're gonna take this out and rest it for about 5 minutes while I put the sauce together.
So are you doing these rare, medium rare, or what's the best way to cook this steak?
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
For rump steak, for me, rare to medium rare is much better. It's when the flavor's really at its best, so these will be beautifully medium rare.
That's the way I like my steak. Medium rare. Yeah.
Good answer, chef.
Now I know why that steak tasted so good that I had in your London restaurant.
So the key to good pan sauce, everything in the pan is part of the sauce. It's the flavour. Okay, so we've got all of that beautiful butter in there, that miso that's stuck to the pan. That's all going to provide the base to this sauce. I'm now going to add some shallots, beautifully chopped, Joe. And we're just going to saute that off. You can turn the heat up ever so slightly now. That's sizzling away nicely. Can you add in the garlic for me, please, Joe? And then I've got some Dijon mustard. And then I'm going to put the heat right up to the very highest point before I add my alcohol. And this is a whiskey pan jus. I know how much you love your whiskey, Joe.
Well, I am Scottish, but in the sauce, it's going to be good.
It's a nice high heat. Little chefy touch of flambeing it. You don't have to do this at home. It's a nice way of cooking out the alcohol. Beef stock.
See, I knew you were going to get all chefy on me on this recipe, right? And you did. I'm sure you chefs just like to get the blowtorch out to be fancy.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of pouring cream to finish this off. Don't want to cook it for too long, so obviously it's got quite a bit of butter in there. All right, we're just going to bring that now back to the simmer. Let it just come down just a notch, just a step, and we're going to be good to go. We'll carve the steaks. We've got our sauce. Easy.
Easy.
Easy. That sauce has come down so quickly. Nice, beautiful consistency. That's what you want. Moment of truth time, Joe. Moment of truth time.
It's a medium rare. That's what he means.
Let's go straight through the middle. Ready?
Oh, he did it. He did it.
It's a beautiful piece of beef. You can feel the quality of the beef when you're carving as well. You know, this is really, really tasty.
Actually, and I like that you're carving it up into slices to serve rather than serving it up as one great big hunk of meat, you know?
Oh, I want to make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah. And it looks pretty on the plate.
Certain sauces take you a long time. They don't have to. Not to pack a lot of flavour. Sometimes it can be this simple. You did say I was going to go chefy. Just a little bit for you. Go for it. You first.
All right, I'm going in. That sauce, the smell already before I even have a bite.
Yeah, I love the colour as well. It's a beautiful colour.
You hardly even have to chew that steak.
Like, it's rich, it's almost minerally, like the iron in there. I know I'm doing my body good.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece of meat. And that miso.
The big punchy flavour of miso is working with red meat. You know, that's such an interesting way to do it. I would never have thought of coating the steak in miso. It's good. I do it often with my pork fillet.
Yeah, it's a great way to give your beef that little bit of je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, he's fancy.